So I've been asked quite a few times now on this channel to discuss the basics of how to do manifesting, how to manifest stuff. So I thought it would be interesting to do a series of videos discussing the basics of the techniques of manifesting, but how other people teach them. Because manifesting isn't new, it's out there. There are lots of people. And so we're going to look at them, we're going to analyze the basic principles of different people over time and see where they go right and wrong. So today we're going to start with one of the most influential people when it comes to manifesting techniques. And this is Neville Goddard. So Neville Goddard, his manifesting techniques, got them here, got them written down so I don't miss it. They're actually extremely simple. So he says first, you have to define your desire. So you have to be clear about what you want and avoid limiting beliefs or doubts about its possibility. Avoid limiting beliefs. Very easily said. But how do you avoid limiting beliefs? When we're talking about going through life, how do we do that? We'll come back to that in a minute. Because whilst you do have to define your desire very clearly, it goes further. So number 2, assume the wish is fulfilled. So assuming the feeling, act as though it's already happened. Your state of consciousness determines your reality. So you have to feel as though your desire is already yours. Now this, yes, totally true. Everybody who talks about manifestation says this. And again, when you're doing the manifesting, you have to feel as though it's already been accomplished, but you have to do that after the ritual or the exercise you do. And again, your state of consciousness determines your reality. Not in the moment, long term, which comes back to avoiding limiting beliefs. You'll hear many people talk about Neville Goddard and how successful his systems are, and even if you read his books. But again, we've seen the same thing now. In the first 2 things, we've seen the glitch in the system twice. I'm going to explain it at the end, how to do it. 3, use your imagination, mental imagery. It's not imagery, but so Neville emphasized living in the end by visualizing a scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. To see something, okay, is fairly powerful. People think it is our dominant sense. It's not our most powerful sense. Feeling is our most powerful sense. If we compare anything you can visualize compared to the feeling of love, which comes up trumps all the time. It's the feeling of love. Those feelings, your emotion, love, hate, desire, those are always stronger than what you can see. So it's not about visualizing the end. It's about feeling the end. So it says, for example, if you want a new job, imagine shaking hands with your new boss, receiving a congratulatory letter or call or whatever. Instead of just seeing it, if you see that handshake, but you really feel that handshake in your hand, you can smell the deodorant or the fabric softener of the clothes of the person shaking your hand. You can hear the noises around in the office as you go to shake the person's hand. If you're outside, you can feel the sun on you as it's happening. You feel the joy within you. It's far more than just seeing it. Persist in the assumption. Maintain the feeling of already having the desire. Yes, very important. Even if the physical world hasn't caught up yet. Yes, totally true. Absolutely super important. Again, most people, not everybody, but most people say this in manifesting, and it is so powerful. Ignore external circumstances. The outer world is a shadow. Yes, totally. However, this comes back to your state of consciousness determines your reality, and avoid limiting beliefs. We'll get there. Let go. The Sabbath. After impressing on your subconscious mind, release the attachment. Neville called this the Sabbath. A mental rest where you trust the manifestation is on its way. Again, yes, you must release the attachment to the desire. Because if you keep desiring something, you don't have it. If you have it, you don't desire it. The only time you can have something and still desire to have it is what we call being in lust. And that, the problem is, you do not fear you're going to retain it. Yeah. So you must trust that it's not even trust, you must know that you already have it. Therefore, you can release the attachment to the objective because it's already there. Yeah. So it's not quite as simple as it's put here, but yes, on point. Avoid forcing it. Know how. Do not worry about the how or try to control the process. The universe or your subconscious will arrange the details. Yes, I always say this. If you try and win the national lottery of whatever country on what day with specific numbers, and rather than just trying to manifest $1 million or $5 million, or even better than $5 million, financial independence. Because what does it matter whether you got $5 million or $10 million if you are financially independent and wealthy? The more limitations you put on it, the harder it's going to be. Totally agree. 7, accept it's done. Live in confidence that your desire is already yours. Well, we've already said that. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it hardens into fact. We stated that. Then things to double check. Change past events in your mind to alter their effects. Here we go. Here we go. Lullaby method. Falling asleep in the feeling your wish is already fulfilled. Yes, because it has been. You don't have to fall asleep in the imagining it's already being fulfilled. Because if you imagine it's already being fulfilled, it hasn't. You fall asleep knowing it's already been fulfilled. Here we go. Inner conversations. Monitor self-talk to align with your desire. Change your conception of yourself and you will change the world. This, I talked about it in other videos. This is the big thing when it comes to manifesting. People talk about how Neville Goddard tells us to manifest. But this is the thing. He's not wrong. It's just people point to the wrong parts because they sound more fun and easy, and it is the work on your state of consciousness and subconsciousness. You have to let go of your limiting beliefs. I have. if you go to the Awaken, if you want help with this, if you go to theawakenenergy.com, look for Manifest with Skeed. I have a course. It's a short course to really help you do this when it comes specifically to manifesting. So not only will I help you get to the right energy vibration, I will also go into show you the core feelings you have about manifesting and point them out to you so you can release them. Because whilst your problems remain, your self-belief, your core beliefs in your subconscious created by your self-talk within you all day, whilst your vibration is not flowing at the right point, it doesn't matter how many visualization boards and how many affirmations you do. Notice there was nothing about affirmations there. There was a bit of imagery. I explained it's not about imagery, it's about living it. It's about seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, smelling it, tasting it, everything. Embrace all sensations into this. But we have to let go of our shadows, before Carl Jung coined them shadows, they were called demons, because demons are nothing exterior, they're nothing religious, they are just the negative part of your psychology, that's all they are. They are your fears. They are your limiting beliefs. You have to work on them, get rid of them. And that is when you can become a master manifester, and you won't do it beforehand. No matter how many affirmations you listen to or how many courses you buy, there are millions of courses on manifesting out there doing, 3,000 different affirmations and guided meditations. And you've got to get this bit right. 101 of manifesting. Change your self-beliefs, change your limiting beliefs, change your subconscious processing of ideas of what is possible, what isn't possible. Then you can manifest easily. Check out that course if you're interested. If you wish, you can write down below, because if you can't be bothered to go to theawakeningenergy.com, look for Manifest with Skeed, which if you want to do the work, let's face it, if you want to be successful, that would be the minimum thing you could do. The link's also down below. But if you can't do that, then say, write in the comments below, I can't be bothered, send me a link, please. And I will send you a link. It's not a good look. It's not a promising start to your manifesting, but if that's where you are right now, if you can't be bothered to lift a finger and type in theawakenenergy.com and then go to Manifest with Skeed. If you can't do that yet, if you're not prepared for that yet, I'm prepared to help you. Write that in, what I said, and then I will post the link for you. So all you have to do is click on it. Not really a good look for someone who really wants to manifest stuff, but if that's where you are, that's where you are. Okay. See you in another video.